My fellow New Yorkers, this has been a week of strong emotions in our city. One of our own is dead. A black man, black like me. A man named Jordan, the name I gave my son. A New Yorker who struggled with tragedy, trauma, and mental illness. A man whose last words were a cry for help. A man named Jordan Neely. The circumstances surrounding his death are still being investigated. And while we have no control over that process, one thing we can control is how our city responds to this tragedy. One thing we can say for sure, Jordan Neely did not deserve to die. And all of us must work together to do more for our brothers and sisters struggling with serious mental illness. He had various encounters with the criminal justice system and was provided services to help him live safely in the community. But those efforts were not enough, and we must find ways to strengthen our system. It starts with investigation and accountability. Next week, we will bring together the leaders of the 5 organizations that we contract with to provide homeless outreach services for a summit on improving outcomes for people with serious mental illness. All of us will sit down at City Hall to develop an action plan to ensure accountability when there are missed opportunities to get those in crisis the help they need. We're also opening this discussion up to other stakeholders as well, including our faith leaders. Later today, I'm convening a meeting with a group of our faith leaders to discuss how we can address this challenge together. We are urging our partners in Albany to act on the legislative agenda that I first announced in November, which we have now put forward as a bill entitled the Supportive Interventions Act. This bill addresses a series of flaws and gaps in the New York State mental hygiene law that are making it more difficult to help those who don't know they need help. Jordan Neely's life mattered. He was suffering from severe mental illness, but that was not the cause of his death. His death is a tragedy that never should have happened. My heart goes out to Jordan's family, who's suffering great pain and uncertainty about the circumstances of his death. No family should have to suffer a loss like this, and too many Black and brown families bear the brunt of system long overdue for reform.